Hey, how you doing? We're back again. This week we're doing the T.L. Johnson Blue Label, and in honor of that I wear my blue shirt. As you can tell, kind of sticks to me a bit, but weather's beginning to get there. So, I was told I take too much time going into detail about where the origins of each cigar comes from, so what we'll do is we'll look at this beautiful Connecticut wrapper. We're gonna fire this son of a bitch up, see where it brings. Around the light, it's a little issue. Could have been I didn't have a good grip with my cutter, so we're gonna hope that that doesn't create too much of an issue. I've had numerous T.L. Johnson Blue labels, so that was the first time it happened. So we'll just keep going and see where this brings us. One thing I did forget to say was that with this stick, it is very minimal veins and tight invisible seam, and had a double cap on it. So we're going to keep going, and this time it'll be slightly different. Alright, about 20 minutes into it, we got the first third down. It's real light on flavors. Ash is holding on good. The burn line has a little bit of issue right now, but nothing that needs to be touched up. We'll see if it catches up and burns more even. This, like I said in the intro, is not my first T.L. Johnson Blue label. So obviously it's not my first T.L. Johnson period. It's got a real nice ash. It's holding on real tight. And we're going to see how long this can go before we have to tap it off. Flavors and everything else, stay tuned. Alrighty, about a half an hour into the stick. And you can see that ash is holding on good, but it's beginning to bend a bit, so I don't want to wear it. Tap it off. It just looks like the wrapper was burning a bit quicker than the filler, so I'm going to slow it down and let it catch up. All the flavors are coming up in the wrap-up. Stick around. I find that an awkward burn like this is usually contributed to one of two things. Either one, the air outside is so dry and the moisture is burning slower on the inside on the filler than it does on the wrapper, or the other being that it's being smoked entirely too quickly. I'm going for the first of the two because I've been taking my time with it. That and the fact that once you expose that filler that's already burning, it comes off a lot quicker. It's never a construction issue, or it's never a manufacturer's issue. It's always something either with the smoker or with the conditions around. And here we are in mid-October. We're pushing the end of October now. The air is going to get a little more dry, so hopefully we'll get some kind of moisture here so we can keep the reviews going. Stick around. I'll give you all the flavors and a wrap-up. Now let's see, there's been air conditioning units. There goes another train. horse, neighbors' cars. Wow. Every week at this time, I give you contact information on how to help that number. Numbers are still up there. So instead of constantly zooming in on this face, what I'm going to do is I will start maybe next week with the latest numbers on the average, as well as ending it in the same fashion that I have for the past few months, with how you can contact the Veterans Crisis Line. I've said it for a few months now. You can make a difference. Let's reach out. Let's make that difference. One thing that's been going on pretty close to a month now. You go to various places, get the paint stir sticks, paint them white, put them in your front yard. To total what the average is. I've been posting it to my personal page, and if enough of us do it, we can get the word out that these veterans are not alone, and that there are people out there who actually do give a shit. Thank you, CSB World, for everything that you do for our veterans. Thank you to the Underground for giving us this opportunity to get our word out there. Stick around, we've got the entire stick to give you the review, as well as everything that's coming up. Stick around. Alrighty, here we are now, rapidly approaching the 60-minute mark, and it's time to start giving you our review. In the first third, it was real strong on a coffee with some light hints of some woodsiness and some earthy tones in there as well. And that's kept straight through all the way to where we are right now, through the second third. And now as we're about halfway through with the final third, this T.L. Johnson Blue Label is now giving a fair amount of spice on the retrohale. The finish is lasting well into the next draw. No complaints, given the time of year it is. Slight burn issues. There was maybe one, maybe two touch-ups. Nothing real major. As far as the construction, I had an issue with the cut, and that was my fault. My cutter I wasn't steady with my cutting hand. So as far as the shoulder issues go, that was all me. You can actually see some of the wrapper has peeled away throughout this hour, and that again is on me. That is not on T.L. Johnson. I think Mr. Johnson did a very good job in blending this cigar. Upcoming events. Here in about a week now, we've got the UG birthday anniversary. Right there is their address in lovely Fort Worth, Texas. And right here is their phone number. Give Don a call. Tell him you saw it on CSV. What will he give you? Shut up, rabbit. Read, don't you? Fine. He'll give you an extra hi. We've got our 5,000 mark coming up. $5,000 total views. There'll be a special for the CSV world as well as the UG. Shortly after that, we've got Veterans Day. Veterans Day will be, no, I'm going to say it this time. Veterans Day will be Tuesday, November the 11th. Nashville, Tennessee has one of, if not the nation's largest Veterans Day parade. You get veterans from all eras. You'll get history, as you will see some entrants from the Korean War in their uniform of the day. There will be active duty military members there who have deployed. Everything you could want. This is your chance to come and say thank you to us. Every year I've gone, the streets have just been lined. We go past the bars in downtown Nashville. They're hanging from the balconies, waving. I still have yet to have somebody give me a beer, but that's a different story. You know, getting back to some of the years prior, the signs, you know, whether it be God bless you veterans, thank you for your service, you know, American flags waving. I last year saw a veteran in a wheelchair on the sidewalk, and he stood up out of his wheelchair to salute our flag as it came by. Touched me right here. It really did. This is our day, veterans. That's why it's called Veterans Day. It's for us. Prior to the parade, myself from CigarSmokingVets, as well as a couple of my friends, will be handing out to veterans the CAO America to thank my fellow veterans for their service. For the older veterans, it's real simple. If you hadn't done what you did in your day, I couldn't have done what I did in my day. For those who came after me, thank you for continuing the tradition of the United States Armed Forces. So now we do the questions. Is the T.L. Johnson Blue Label an affordable stick? It is affordable. Call Don at the Underground. He may still have some available. If not, do some research on the internet and see what you can find. Will I have another T.L. Johnson Blue Label? If I can, most definitely. I've chatted with Mr. Johnson, and the future's looking real good for the brand. You know, we in the next couple of weeks we still have the Legend Reserve 63 that we'll be doing a review on. I don't believe we have any of the Tempio or the Signature Series red label. I could double check on that, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any in the CSV humidor for it. But at any rate, the T.L. Johnson is a great line. I will definitely be having some more in the future. Excuse me. You can see it's got me choked up. So until next week, CSV World Underground, thank you, Terry Johnson, Mr. Johnson, for such a wonderful smoke. This one I actually did purchase from Don Wiggins at the Underground. Thank you once again, Don, for allowing us a platform in which to broadcast these reviews. And to you, the CSV World, and the Underground as well. Until next week's review, or if you happen to see me online. Happy smoking.